Hi guys, welcome to Chris Mason Performance. Today I'm going to bring you 5 tips or 5 reasons why women should perform weight training. Now I know a lot of you out there that are following this page are stuck in the old sort of routine of doing classes and doing cardio, maybe even performing some weight training, but not to the sort of level that you need to be doing to see the type of results that you want. So, 5 reasons why you should weight train. First and foremost, we increase cellular turnover of energy production. So essentially better energy. And the reason for that is our little powerhouses of the cell, called the mitochondria, are actually exclusively found within muscle tissue. So essentially we can increase our rate of energy production by increasing the levels of muscle mass, by increasing that cellular activity through our conditioning and weight training programs. Number 2. Increase bone mineral density. Now, right now you might not be too concerned with that, but as we age, especially the female population, our risk factors for things like fractures, for joint problems, for osteopenia, osteoporosis increases, and that's because bone mineral density reduces. But one thing that we know about weight training is not only does it place tension onto muscle fibers, tendons, ligaments, and makes those stronger, it also does the same for bone, so for bone mass. And we increase within a bone something called osteoblast activity. So essentially we take that bone and make it a lot stronger, so we decrease our risk factor. Number 3, improve glucose management. So in the UK we eat a lot of carbohydrates. In fact, we're probably carbohydrate junkies, and a lot of our foods revolve around breads, pastas, rice, also other refined carbs like cereals, pastries and dairy products alongside that as well. And these are contributing a lot of sugars into the diet. Now eventually over time what happens is how your body responds to that becomes less and less and less and less. And actually your ability to deal with more sugars in the bloodstream and the actual pancreas to secrete more insulin to get you using that blood sugar becomes dumbed down. And we can't upregulate as much as that blood sugar into the cell. So by performing weight training we can actually increase the demand for glucose. And if we're combining this with the right sort of meal plan, where we're looking at finding that level of calorie intake, carbohydrate intake, which I've talked about in some of my previous videos, then we're onto a winner. We can not only keep more carbs in the diet, but we can also build muscle and get leaner. So weight training improves the cellular mechanics of being able to deal with more blood sugar, or in this case, improve glucose metabolism. Number 4, lose body fat. So this is literally everything that everybody wants when they're starting a fat loss regimen. And obviously that's the end goal. But why will increasing muscle mass help us lose body fat? Well, remember what I've just talked about with improving energy production. Those same mechanisms are the ones that we use to burn fuel. So if we're breaking down fatty acids, we're chucking them into the bloodstream, we will then send them back up to the mitochondria to be burned as fuel. So the more muscle mass we've got, the more mitochondria we've got, the more body fat that we lose. And the thing is, we're also influencing hormones that are responsible for helping us build even more muscle tissue and impacting on DNA and genetic pathways that are more akin to being able to build the lean, toned shape that you want, versus just losing a little bit of scale weight and not too much change in your shape, which is usually through your cardio and low weight training methods, things like that. And the last one, improve lean mass. So the biggest misconception that most women, I find, when it comes to weight training have, is they think they're going to get big and bulky. Well, the first thing is your testosterone production is about 10 times less than a male's testosterone production. So your natural ability to build muscle tissue is already very low. So when you start weight training, you aren't going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's not going to happen. But what you are going to look like is a leaner, more toned, more defined version of yourself. Now ask yourself, do you want to look leaner? Do you want to look more toned? Do you want to look more defined? Well, the answer in my case for most of the people that we deal with is yes, of course you do. So weight training is going to be central to that. We improve lean mass through weight training, and we can also ensure that we're losing body fat through the same process. So what do you think happens when we combine that weight training with obviously a dietary approach, with a sustainable lifestyle approach, we start seeing the real results that we want. So I'm going to bring you 5 tips in our next video of how to set that weight training up. So how you can actually then start making these changes in a real life setting to start seeing better results. Obviously you can find us online at www.chrismasonperformance.com. Please drop some likes and comments in the box below, and I shall speak to you soon.